In this video, we will be looking at using CorelDRAW's curve tools, starting with the two-point line tool, used for drawing simple straight lines. In the toolbox, click the two-point line tool. Point to where you want to start the line and drag to draw the line. As you drag, the length and angle of the segment appears in the status bar if the Object Details option is selected. If you're adding to a line, the total length for all segments also appears. Holding down the Control key will constrain the line to the horizontal or vertical. And dragging up will rotate the line in 15-degree angles. To add to an existing line, move the cursor over the end node until it changes to a bent arrow. Click and continue drawing. Although the two-point line tool creates only straight paths, these can be converted to curves at any time by selecting a node with the Shape tool and converting to curves. Initially, when using the two-point line tool, by default, we are drawing simple straight lines. But if we take a look at the options in the property bar, we can see that we have two further options: to draw lines perpendicular to an object or at a tangent. Let's try these out. Let's move on now to the Freehand tool. To draw a curved line, click where you want the curved line to start and drag. Nodes are placed where the curve changes direction. To draw a straight line, click where you want to start the line, then click where you want the line to end. To control the smoothness of a curved line, type a value in the Freehand smoothing box on the property bar. Higher values produce smoother curves. If you want to reposition a line while drawing, hold down both mouse buttons and drag the line to a new position. To add segments to an existing line, hover over the end node until the bent arrow icon appears. Click, and then click again where you want the new segment to end. To create a closed shape from two or more connected lines, click the end node and then click the start node. As with the two-point line tool, holding down the Control key while drawing constrains the angles. You can erase a portion of a curved freehand line by holding down Shift and dragging backward over the line before releasing the mouse button. Under Tools, Options, Tools, Freehand Bézier, you can pre-select options for freehand smoothing, corner threshold, straight line thresholds, and auto join. Our next drawing tool is the Bézier tool. To draw a straight segment, click where you want to start the line segment, and click where you want to end it. Press the spacebar to finish the line. There are two methods of drawing a curved segment. First, click to place the start node. Then click to where the curve should end. Then, without releasing the mouse button, drag out a handle from the node to create a curve. Second method, click where you want to place the first node and drag the control handle to where you want to place the next node. Release the mouse button and drag the control handle to create the curve. To draw on a curved segment followed by a straight segment, first draw the curved segment. Double-click the end node, and then click where you want the straight segment to end. To draw a straight segment followed by a curved segment, draw a straight segment. Click the end point of the segment, drag to where you want, and release the mouse button. Drag to draw a curve. To change curve angle to preset increments as you draw, while holding down the Control key, drag a control handle. While dragging to adjust curvature, if you press the Shift key, you can snap to standard angles. Pressing the Alt key will let you move the node itself. By default, these nodes are smooth nodes, but pressing the C key while moving a control handle creates a cusp node. Double-clicking the Bézier icon opens the options for this tool, which also apply to the Freehand tool. The pen tool has many similarities with the Bézier tool, but one main difference is that you can see a preview of the line as you draw. To preview a line while drawing, enable the Preview Mode button in the property bar. Click on the drawing page and release the mouse button. Move the mouse and click to finish the line with a double click. To add a node to a line, enable the Automatically Add or Delete Nodes button on the property bar. Point to where in a line you want to add a node, and click when the pointer changes to the Add Node state. To delete a node from a line, point to a node, and click when the pointer changes to the Delete Node state. To have the line end in an end node, hold down the Alt key. The B-Spline tool draws incredibly smooth and easily edited curves. The path shape itself is not defined by nodes, but by floating control points that can be clamped to create curves with sharper angles. Click to set as many control points as you need to shape your line, or tap the spacebar instead of clicking. Control points float by default, but you can clamp control points to the line by pressing V while clicking. Or after drawing the shape by selecting a node with the Shape tool and clicking on Clamp Control Point. Clamped control points create straight line segments. To add or remove control points, simply double-click them with the Shape tool. If you add to an open B-Spline by selecting the first or last control point, the clamped control point automatically changes to a floating control point as you draw a new portion of the line. To convert a B-Spline curve into one that can be edited with the Shape tool, choose Object, Convert to Curves. The Polyline tool combines features of both the Bézier and Freehand tools. Click from point to create straight segments, or drag to create freehand curves. Holding down the Alt key while dragging will create an arc. Click to finish the arc, and release Alt to return to freehand drawing. Or click to finish the arc, but without releasing Alt, move the pointer to draw another arc. Lines are finished with a double click. To place a copy of a line in the drawing, hold the right mouse button and drag the line to a new position. Click Copy here. Before you create a curved segment, click the Auto Close Curve button on the property bar to automatically close an open object. Use the smoothing options in the property bar to control the smoothness of the curves. The higher the smoothing value, the smoother the curve, and the fewer the number of nodes. The 3-point curve tool is simple to use. Click where you want to start the curve, and drag to where you want the curve to end. For a freehand curve, release the mouse button, and click where you want the center of the curve to be. For a circular curve, hold down Ctrl while dragging. Finally, for a symmetrical curve, hold down Shift.